Hi, my name is Brian, and today I'm sharing some amazing news for Wyoming homeowners 65 and older. A brand new Wyoming law could let you cut your property taxes in half starting in 2025. That's real money back in your pocket every single year. I just helped my neighbor Mary in Casper run the numbers, and she's looking at nearly $1,000 in savings this coming tax year. Stick with me because I'm going to show you exactly who qualifies, how to apply before the deadline, and a couple of insider tips most people don't know. If you care about keeping more of your retirement dollars, or helping your parents or grandparents do the same, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss more senior money-saving updates. You've spent decades in your Wyoming home. It's where you raised your family, where you've put down roots. Maybe you've even been paying property taxes for 25 years or more without missing a beat. And now, thanks to a new law, you could get half of those property taxes waived. That's right, starting in 2025, Wyoming is offering something that could make a huge difference to seniors like you. Here's how it works. This new law, called HB0003, says that if you're 65 or older and you've lived in your home for 25 years or more, you could be eligible for a 50% reduction in the taxable value of your home. What does that mean? Simply put, if your home is valued at $200,000, you could be paying taxes as though it's only worth $100,000. That's half the usual tax bill, a huge break. But it's not just about the numbers. It's about staying in the home you love without the constant worry that taxes are going to keep going up. The law says that as long as you meet these simple requirements, you can get this break. And believe me, the savings could be substantial. Now let's dig a little deeper, because this 50% property tax break is fantastic. But there are some important details you'll want to know. First, this exemption doesn't just cover your house. It can also cover up to 35 acres of land that comes with your home. So if you've got a little garden, a barn, or even some open land around your house, a chunk of that may count toward your savings. Imagine, you've been living in that home for decades, raising your kids, making memories, and now a portion of that land could help reduce your taxes. Next, there's the question of ownership. Some of you might be thinking, well, my house is in a trust, or I own it with my spouse. Here's the good news. If you live in the home and meet the age and tax history requirements, you can still qualify. Even surviving spouses can take advantage of this exemption, as long as the couple together meets the 25-year property tax history. It's the state's way of recognizing longtime homeowners and keeping families in their homes. And here's a point you might not expect. The law doesn't cover fancy extra properties or vacation homes. It's all about your primary residence, the place you call home for most of the year. You need to be living there at least 8 months out of every year. That's the state saying, this benefit is for people who really live in and maintain their home, not just a second property. Finally, a little urgency. This law expires in July 1st, 2027. That means you have a limited window to take advantage of it. Think of it as a special opportunity. Wyoming wants to reward its longtime residents, and if you're eligible, it pays to act sooner rather than later. Now, let's talk about how to actually get this 50% property tax exemption. It's easier than you might think. Imagine this. You've owned your home for decades, paid your taxes faithfully, and now you finally have a chance to save hundreds, even thousands, every year. Here's what you do. Step 1. Head to your county assessor's office. Don't worry. Most counties, like Natrona or Albany, even have the forms online. You can download them, print them, and bring them with you, or just pick one up at the office. Step 2. Fill out the simple application. You'll provide proof of your age, usually a driver's license or birth certificate, and proof that you've been paying Wyoming property taxes for at least 25 years. If you're unsure about older records, the assessor's office can help track them down. Step 3. Submit before the deadline. That's the 4th Monday in May. Mark it on your calendar. Missing this date means waiting until next year. And that's it. Once you apply, your county will adjust the assessed value of your home, and you'll see the savings reflected on your next tax bill. It's straightforward, but it could make a real difference in your retirement budget. Now, let me tell you a little secret many Wyoming seniors don't know. There's more than just the 50% property tax exemption to help your wallet. Take Mary, for example. She's 72, owns her home in Natrona County, and thought she was doing everything she could to save on taxes. Then she learned about 3 other programs that made a big difference. First, there's the Property Tax Refund Program. If your income is limited or your savings aren't huge, this program can give you a refund at the end of the year, basically putting money back in your pocket. Second, the Property Tax Deferral Program. Maybe you're on a fixed income, but your taxes are still a stretch. This lets you defer paying property taxes until the house is sold, so you get some breathing room without losing your home. And don't forget our heroes, the Veterans Exemption. If you served our country, Wyoming thanks you with property tax relief, giving eligible veterans even more savings. Together, these programs can add hundreds or even thousands of dollars in relief. It's like having a financial safety net built right into your state system. You just need to know how to catch it. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you've lived in your Wyoming home for decades, raising your family, paying taxes every year, and now enjoying your retirement. You've done your part, and now it's time for the state to return some of that hard-earned money. Wyoming is already a retirement-friendly state. There's no state income tax, which means your Social Security, pensions, or retirement savings aren't taxed by the state. And now, with this new law, the state is giving seniors a 50% break on property taxes. Let's put that in real numbers. Say your home is assessed at $300,000, and your property tax rate is about 0.6%. Normally, you'd pay around $1,800 a year. With the exemption, you're only paying $900. That's $900 back in your pocket, money you can use for travel, medical costs, home repairs, or even just peace of mind. It's not just about saving money. It's about freedom, comfort, and reward for decades of hard work. And the best part? This is real, and you just need to take the simple steps to claim it before the deadline. Let me tell you about Mary, a 68-year-old Wyoming homeowner. She thought she'd automatically get the 50% property tax break, but she missed the May deadline. Boom, no savings that year. Don't let that happen to you. Also, if you've moved between counties over the years, gather all your property tax records. The law requires proof of 25 years of payments. And remember, this program only lasts until 2027. So even if you qualify now, you need to reapply each year. Finally, double-check that claiming the exemption doesn't affect other benefits like Medicaid. Stay ahead, stay informed, and save big.